Hello everyone, welcome to episode 10 of Beyond Boundaries. So let's straight away get into the latest news that we had in the last week. So coming to the international cricket news, we had a amazing result for Indian cricket fans. A great victory for India against England in the final test at Dharamshala. I mean, what do you want to start off with?
I mean, we need to discuss about whether it was a Bazball, Jazzball. I don't know. Maybe now Bazball term should be again. They should scrap out from the dictionary itself. I don't understand that term which they are using. But yeah, very good series for India.
Yes.
Winning it after coming back 1-0 down and winning it 4-1 was really commendable, and with a lot of debutants.
Yes, a lot of debutants. I mean, I think it's first time in a series where you had 3 to 4.
I think we had 5 this series for India. So
great series for the youngsters to build into the future.
Exactly.
Basketball, of course, they need to relook at their approach, going into different conditions of cricket, not just England home conditions. That's what I feel.
Exactly.
And Ashwin, what a performance in his 100th test match. Brilliant. Of course, Kuldeep sparked the
magic in the first innings.
Yes.
But it again.
Achu took it over. I mean,
exactly. In the first innings, Kuldeep gave the ball to Achu, but Achu being Achu, he said, no, it's your moment, you should live it.
Yes.
And he took it. In the second innings, he took 5 wickets, so he deserved.
Yes, he deserved. Anderson, what a milestone. Exactly. 700 test wickets.
I mean, for spinners, we can understand, but for a fast bowler, taking 700 international wickets.
At some other level. Of course, Bairstow had his 100 test match. He started attacking in both the innings, but couldn't continue that and bring up with a big innings. But tremendous effort by Rohit in this test. I appreciate the innings that he played. Of course, he could have, if he had stayed a little bit more, we could have seen a double century.
I mean, it was that magic ball from Stokes which took his wicket. Otherwise, he was in that mood to score big 100. But unfortunately, that couldn't.
And Stokes is known for that, okay?
Exactly.
Just when you think nothing is working out in the pitch, he brings in a magic, takes a wicket.
Exactly. And Gill.
Yes.
He's also scored a century.
Yes, he's cemented his place also. So, no doubt he will continue to play that position. Lot of good effort. Sarfaraz, his half century also helped. Devdutt Padikkal on his debut scored a half century. Great.
Yashasvi again.
Yes, Yashasvi is consistent performance.
I mean, he has scored 700 plus just to and matching Sunil Gavaskar's 2 700s in a series. So that is also commendable.
Lot of milestones.
Exactly.
In the series. What does England have to take back from the series?
I mean, they need to take back the approach. If you are coming to Asian conditions, you should have that defensive technique as well. Yeah, understand Bazzball and get the positive attitude towards every time when they play, but it also needs to be shown when they defense it. It's not always just to get out of jail you are playing attacking. They have to build that defense, and it will be always complementing with that the approach which they want to play.
Very true, very true. Test cricket is matter of lot of things, just not attacking. Approach, character, patience, resilience. Lot of things comes into temperament, especially in Test cricket. And I think they'll have to relook at that approach, and especially Asian conditions, it's very difficult to play that approach if you have to sustain in longer term.
And especially if you have a very good spinners and bowlers, then it gets very difficult, and it showed in this series for England.
Yes. For me, one very important takeaway for England is the 2 spinners, youngsters. They were really good. I mean, Hartley and Bashir.
Exactly.
Yes. Rehan was good, but I think he have to work a little more on his skills. His batting is also good, so he can polish being an all-rounder, a bowling all-rounder, I would say. But to me, Hartley and Bashir were tremendous.
I think those 2 bowlers brought England back in so many occasions.
Yes,
but
correct.
Only thing they couldn't grasp it. The scoreline tells us 4-1, but it wasn't that easy for India to get the score 4-1. But on the key moments, India took it, and they took it with both hands. They didn't give the opportunity to England.
Even Joe Root for me came very late into the series with his form. So
I mean, he stopped his Bazball formula which he was doing, and
yeah.
he played
played
the
sensible
usual
cricket.
route how he
Yes.
plays, and he got the runs.
Yes.
So exactly, because if you see, he was also playing attacking shots, but he has a very good defense.
Correct.
Which is also complemented, and he could able to use that and score that last match century and this match 50 plus 2 times he has scored. So it's really nice, and that's what it showed for like Duckett.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a defense. The moment he goes to defense, he gets out. So England needs to get that defense place first.
Yes. Although Zach Crawley also didn't have a big score in his stats, he consistently performed and proved that he can improve going forward as well. So these are the little things from this series England can take away. And here we had Dilip announcing the best fielders of the series. There were 2 awards given. One was which was shared between Rohit and Gill, and one was for Kuldeep for making all the efforts in the field. Good to see bowlers putting into spotlight. So that's it from England
series.
Moving on, another big announcement coming from the England India series from Jaisha was to add on incentives to all Test cricket players to promote Test cricket within the country and abroad globally. So this connects to one of the topics we had some weeks ago. So that's a good thing to know. Moving on, we have 2 other Asian countries competing, Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh. Do you want to go about it?
I mean, we all know that it's anytime they play, there will be some drama, and this series was no different. Again, we saw the World Cup. It's been like been from so long, but the incident which has happened in World Cup about the timeout, where Shakib opted for timeout, and when Matthews took Shakib's wicket, he showed the timeout signal and symbol or the gesture. In the series again, it happened the same thing. When Shoriful took a wicket, he again showed the same gesture, and when Sri Lanka won the series, everyone showed the gesture. So it was complete drama there, but it's a very good series, and whenever these guys plays and these 2 nations plays against each other, it's a like sellout for me whenever I see it.
Yeah, so Sri Lanka taking the lead 2-1 and winning it in the 3rd game, right?
Yeah, they won it in the 3rd game.
Okay, next up is Afghanistan versus Ireland. 3rd ODI is now completed. Afghanistan winning it, and veteran proving to be the player of the match, Mohammad Nabi. When they need someone to win the matches,
I mean, with bat and ball is really fantastic. And Gurbaz adjudged man of the series.
Wow.
So they won it 2-0. One match got washed out.
Yeah.
So that's it from Afghanistan versus Ireland.
In the other news, we had a great test match happening in New Zealand, or completed in New Zealand, where Australia dominated in the final day, I would say. When nobody predicted that result is when Australia stood up.
I mean, the previous night it was raining.
Yes.
It was overcast throughout the day, but still Australia won it somehow. Like never die attitude again proved to be the winning mantra for them.
They manage pressure well than any other team in those situations. Yeah, it is very difficult playing in New Zealand conditions, and 3 players stood up for me: Mitch Marsh, Alex Carey and Cummins. What a partnership in the end to drive them through.
I mean, first innings it was Green.
Yeah.
Even they would have been got all out within 200, but they pushed it, got a very good lead in the first innings. New Zealand also batted pretty well to get that 376 runs
to defend. Yeah.
To defend 270 or 80 runs were needed, which is quite defendable. And even they got 4 wickets by 90.
They started off really well.
They took initial wickets, but
Mitch Marsh and Carey's partnership took it away. Of course, Cummins providing that cushion support.
Winning by 3 wickets. So with that, they won 2-0. Very deserved series, and again continuing the winning momentum against New Zealand. So it's been long since New Zealand won a match or series against them.
Yeah. Will it be an India-Australia Test Championship final again? Let's wait and watch.
Yeah.
Moving on to the domestic circuit, we have Mumbai and Vidarbha fighting it out for the Ranji Trophy. Final being played at Wankhede. Amazing match going on.
Exactly.
Vidarbha staying on top on day 4, I would say, even though it was like they had 5-wicket loss, but Mumbai's attack was prominently stopped by Vidarbha's clever batting, I would say. Karun Nair stepping up today,
exactly.
70 plus runs. So what are your predictions for day 5? Though we are shooting it on a day 4, we'll see how our predictions go about day 5.
I mean, I would say Vidarbha is going like their batting got improved from first innings, that is for sure. But
Yes.
chasing a mammoth target of 500 odd runs is difficult, and they're still trailed by 270 or some odd runs still there, and just 5 wickets remaining.
Yes.
And it will be day 5 tomorrow, and I think it will be difficult for them. I feel that Mumbai will win again Ranji Trophy.
Yeah,
this
before
season.
I predict, I would like to credit some of the players like Mushir Khan, especially. Performance with the bat and ball in the second innings, commendable, may prove to be a good all-rounder in the future. Along with like Sarfaraz Khan, he is also having good times with his cricketing career. Hope it takes him to greater heights. Ajinkya Rahane out of
Finally.
nowhere
Finally scored a 50,
comes
73 runs
to form, but it's come at the right time for Mumbai and him. Shreyas Iyer, when somebody was thinking he has no longer career in Test cricket, he performs 95 runs. So some of the interesting facts or stats that have come in this Test match, I am hoping for or vouching for Vidarbha to at least win. Yeah, because even if it is,
I think if they win, it will be a mammoth target
Yes.
scored in chased in the finals.
It'll be one of the brilliant chases
Yeah.
on day 5 in Indian conditions, especially if you are chasing about 500 plus runs. So I go with Vidarbha.
Okay.
News coming in from WPL
Yeah.
and IPL. Let's cover WPL first. Delhi topping the table and making it to the finals according to the format. And Mumbai and Bengaluru will face the match in the eliminator. RCB having a great run in the last
I mean,
game.
they came into form at the
Yes.
right time.
Yeah.
No better
Ellis
time.
Perry.
Ellis Perry taking
What a
like the
spell.
best figure in WPL.
Yes.
6 for 18. So
And she also
scored some-
batted well,
yeah.
40 plus runs, along with Richa Ghosh. So good times. Let's hope for a great eliminator. One Mumbai fan sitting along with an RCBN. So of course he will be watching for his team. I'll be watching for RCB. Hope to see a great final, but not a repeat of last time's final.
I mean, it looks what I feel, it looks the same. DC versus MI final, and Mumbai will win.
Okay.
But yeah, Delhi is in tremendous form there.
Yes.
And RCB also picking up very at the right time. It could be DC versus RCB as well.
Yeah. One interesting call out from WPL tournament is Deepti Sharma's performance, all-around performance. She's, I think, second leading run scorer in WPL, and I think in top 5
Wicket takers.
So that's exceptional, at least in Indian cricket point of view.
I mean, a lot of like expectations were high, and Indian players are live up to it. So that was nice to see, and I hope in the coming whatever 2 matches remaining, we see more performance from Indian players.
Yeah. So all of our cricket fans are now building into IPL, and we have some little news that's coming out of IPL. Harry Brook and Jason Roy have opted out of IPL now. It's a headache for DC and KKR to get in replacements. So let's wait and watch for that. But the excitement continues. More exciting episodes also coming around IPL times. So hope everyone liked our last episode where we discussed a lot of cricket being
A monopoly game.
yes, I mean run by someone in India, but
No
do
name
watch
taken.
our shows. We'll be getting some more interesting topics like this, and this week's topic is something to be discussed from a long time now. It is DRS reliable system in cricket?
I mean, I would say it was brought into the picture just to minimize umpire errors. It's not the errors, the howlers. It was for that reason, but nowadays it's been used for each and every decision, slightest of the like confusion, players takes the review. But yeah, I think nowadays it's getting more scrutiny because of lot of decision as per when we see the naked eye, it looks like different, but when the DRS and the Hawkeye and the ball tracking shows, it's the decision looks very vague, or you can see no, it's not right.
So yeah, just to give a context before we deep dive into it, DRS is a decision review system, a technology-based system which was brought into cricket or by ICC in 2008. It was tested in a test match between India and Sri Lanka in 2008, but officially it was brought into the game in 2009 November between New Zealand and Pakistan and New Zealand. So the base standards for this technology-based system, or the DRS we call, are Hawkeye. That's one. Second is sneakometer. Third is hotspot, no longer being used in most of the countries except Australia. So these are the things that are used as parameters or standards for decision review system. And coming to your point, Srikanth, of course, DRS came into picture is because there were a lot of decision making errors being made by umpires, and there was no going back and changing those decisions, and they felt that there should be a system in place which could, read these reviews and give us a system, give us a decision.
Yes.
So getting into our topic, is DRS realistically providing us
the solution which we need?
Yes. To that point, of late, we have been seeing that this system has been giving us or showing the results that are not expected, because most of us feel the Hawkeye, which is your ball tracking system, is showing us the ball is traveling to another direction, but actually we think according to the pitch of the ball, it should have gone somewhere else. So what are your thoughts about it?
I mean, it was not that much evident previous years, but recently, within few weeks itself, few months itself, we have seen when the DRS has been taken, the ball tracking or the Hawkeye, it shows a complete different. If you see in the naked eye, ball is spinning towards off, but Hawkeye shows is going towards leg side. So that few decisions like in PSL happened once few weeks back, and in WPL the recent 2024
the RCB game,
the RCB and UP, that game it happened. So these two are very evident, like you can see that it's not the correct decision through DRS, but I think there is some glitch. Maybe they would like to get it corrected, but let's hope how it goes. It should be a different matter altogether.
Yeah, so when DRS came into the picture, earlier the stump's height that was considered was until the tip of the stump, and bails was not accounted for. And in I think it is maybe 2015 or 16 when Anil Kumble was part of the ICC member, we changed that rule. ICC changed that system to consider even the bail height as well. That is when more of umpires calls started coming into existence, and things like that. And if you remember, before 2008, we still used to have Hawkeye, where you could just see the ball clipping the stump. You never could make a decision out of it, and
because that was not came into picture as a DRS, a review system.
Exactly. So this is how the DRS works, and in my opinion, it is also some of the smart calls made by captains. Like umpires, it's just naked eye, right? And they have to give that decision. Even umpires, you have to give them that credit because they make that decision very quick, and some of the umpires have made it real good decisions over a period of time. But still, captains choose to use the system more often because they feel that the umpires are not making the right decision. So in my opinion, we have also started seeing that this system is not just being used for the wickets, it's being used for wides, no balls and other things.
They have doing it in WPL. They have started that. Maybe their goal is to see if that can be accommodated in terms of men's. But I think if they do that, then it will be a waste of time, and it will take if the match which has to get over by 3, it will go till 4 hours.
Yeah. This is also tried in men's IPL a couple of years back, and I mean, this system used for, I mean, most of the balls. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, at least, because I feel this should be only used for a very important part of the game, which is your dismissals. Exactly. And that is what I feel, because see, sometimes the credibility of the umpires also is lost when you do this, right? There can be mistakes made. After all, they are all humans. Errors can be made. Hawkeye is a system made by a human, right? And you are getting to see these little glitches or errors that are coming out of it as well. So I mean, you shouldn't like take away the credibility of the umpires also and just restrict it to dismissals, according to me.
Exactly.
Now that we are talking about human errors and things, does it impact the game a lot, or is it okay to have a human error and move forward? Like anything involved, humans can have an error, right? So what are your thoughts about it?
I mean, it's absolutely okay, because that's the beauty of the game, right? It's a decision. Even when the player misfields, or if a bowler bowls a no ball, it's a human thing. And when you're playing a game like cricket, it's all about human being playing and involved in all aspects of the game. So why not umpiring? So for me also, even I think that's where the umpire's call been brought into DRS as well, because DRS might show it's clipping, but it shows umpire's call because umpire's saying it's not out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, even I agree with that, because if you are to negate human errors, then you'll have to go by AI missions to do all the things here. And coming to umpire's call, well said, like a lot of dismissals have been umpire's call. Of course, umpires are making that decision out of the naked eye, and they feel it is hitting the stumps. So, which is true. If you look at the Hawkeye or the ball tracking, it shows it is clipping the true. Now, how much it hits the true is decided by the system. So, maybe the technology is programmed in a way that this percentage of ball, if it hits the stump in the line, it's called an umpire's call. So, basically, I would again say that human error is fine as far as it doesn't impact the game a lot or unnecessarily made errors by the umpires.
Also, I would like to bring on a point here, because we all know that DRS is a system-based or software-based, technology-based system where it can only show you the probability. Okay, so it is not completely 100% right. Okay, it is hitting means even if it is clipping, it should be given out. No, because it is something. It is derived from a lot of camera angles, lot of because there are spin. So that happens, swing. Yes. So it happens, like there's a possibility, there will be slightest of possibility it might miss the stumps or it might hit the stumps. So that depends on umpires, how they perceive it. And I think that's all fair with umpire to give it a call. And even if the clipping or not clipping, it should be as per umpire's decision.
Yeah, talking about camera angles that captures all these reviews. Of course, we were discussing, right? How faster can a frame be caught, or how faster can that angle be shot? That also depends. So not everything is 100% is what we could see. The best is what ICC is utilizing to negate all this. And so in that way, I would say it is still reliable to me, unless we get in a system or a methodology to maybe capture the minute and the minutest of the errors in these systems. Now that we have spoken about human errors, I have a question for you. Is DRS being utilized the wrong way? Or to put the question a little more different way, is it being tampered? Is the DRS system being tampered by a third person outside who could be a broadcaster or somebody who's controlling the rights of camera or whatever? I hope you got my question, right? So what are your thoughts?
I mean, you can talk as much as you can. It depends on a lot of things. It's all speculation. We don't know how true it might be or it is. Because we have seen so many instances.
Yes, on that basis itself, I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Lot of incidents we have seen, right? Like there have been cases where India-South Africa series, there was a delivery from Ravichandran Ashwin to
Denelga, yes.
And the DRS didn't even like show up the right way.
I mean, it was almost a full ball.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 to 4 meters, and the ball bounced beyond the stumps.
Like missing the stumps. And there are other cases where when India was playing in Australian conditions, the Hawkeye was showing the ball bouncing too much. I mean, you don't go by the conditions, right? After all, Hawkeye is programmed to measure it against the height of the stumps. So, I mean, what are your thoughts? Is it being utilized the wrong way?
I think if it is needed it can be tempered, I would say, because it depends on the broadcast, the producers. If they want to, like if they said, okay, the pitch is bouncy, it's GABA pitch, ball is any which way is bounce. Whether you bowl full or short, no matter what, it's gonna bounce a lot. So yeah, they'll say, okay, this is the minimum criteria. It will bounce here. So if they want, they can set a criteria, because it's any which way is a system generated system. So they can create in that way. This is the basic benchmark. Okay, it will be bounced till here at least, and rest is all on them.
Yeah. So Srikanth, with that, we'll wind up today's episode. Hope everyone liked our show today. Share in your comments. That will help us a lot to understand your view of the decision review system. Do share us your feedback on how to go about videos, or give us topics that we could discuss,
cover up in the coming weeks.
Like, share and subscribe our channel. Until next time, until next episode, let's go
FanDaMentals.